What is the first thing you notice when someone walks into a room? First things I notice is, well, years ago, I used to look at their shoes. I think it was something very cultural about it. But today, I'm more looking at somebody's eyes. How do they, if they have eye contact with me, if they walk into like a networking event, if I see them with confidence, if I see them they're nervous, or, I just like to notice. What do they think you're noticing? They're probably thinking that I'm checking them out, which I'm not, to be honest, or that I'm looking at their wrinkles because I'm looking at their eyes. I'm trying to make eye contact. They're probably thinking, I don't know, maybe their own insecurities in a way, but I'm just simply noticing the person. I don't judge when I see somebody right off the bat. Maybe I would start judging them as soon as they start talking, and if that goes wrong. But really, it's like I said, what's the most expensive mistake a woman can make with her wardrobe? Oh, well, most expensive mistake. I don't know, maybe buying stuff that you may not actually need, like a Birkin bag. I don't know. I in my mind, I don't get it. Why would you need to buy a Birkin bag and just look at it just to say that you have it, but you barely, I don't know. For that amount of money, I would buy so many other things and I would use my money better than to do that. But that's just me. Is there a difference between style and taste? Well, style, you can actually learn it. You can learn to style yourself, but taste, you are actually born with it, in a sense that I would say. Because I remember I used to see my grandmother who had great taste and the way that she styled herself, but that was so natural to her. And yeah, I think you can actually learn to have style. You can copy other people's style, but the taste and how the level of taste that you might have putting things together, that is something a little bit trickier, and I think that comes from within the person. What does it mean when someone says they have no style? I honestly don't know what it means. I think it's just a matter of how you see yourself, because I know so many people. When I used to be an image consultant, I used to have so many people say, well, I don't have style. I'm like, yes, you do. It's just that maybe you're not putting certain things in the right way. Maybe you're not combining certain things, that your complexion gets, your features are more predominant, or you are putting your clothes in a certain kind of way that benefits you, the way that you're styling yourself. But to think that you don't have style, I think, yes, everybody does have their own style. Yeah, I do. What's the one item most women own that they should throw away today? You should not have a machine to weight your weight. You should not have it. Get rid of it. I wish I would, because I weigh myself every single day, so you should not have it. And somebody said to me, oh, I don't have one. I'm like, well, lucky you, but most women do. Or maybe a mirror. Maybe we shouldn't have a mirror either. But yeah, no. What does a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear actually tells you? Well, it actually tells me that you are simply just buying to buy. You're just accumulating a bunch of clothes in your closet. Especially if you're like me, that if you lose weight, then you have different sizes of that same clothes and you want to, maybe you want to wear them. But I always say, I'm like, get rid of it. It's just, you need to have the best wardrobe capsule that you can have, so that you can choose the right clothes that you may want to wear for any kind of occasion. But when you see a closet full of stuff, that tells me that you are only using 10% of that closet, and that is totally true. You end up repeating everything that you're wearing. So in the end, what do? You have a closet full of stuff that you barely wear. What is the real reason women keep things they never wear? Well, like I said before, it's nostalgia. It's mainly like a sentimental value or something. Maybe you bought it in a perfect place, or you're waiting to get that weight that you really want to get off, or it's mainly sentimental. But I mean, I have stuff from my grandmother that I just simply, I have it and I see it and I don't have to wear it, but I know it was hers. So yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah. What do you think about the craze with Carolyn Bessette Kennedy and people copying her style? I mean, her style was very simple, so why would you copy something so simple? I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I rather you discover what actually you want, what actually you love, who you feel more alive in those clothes instead of actually copying somebody else's look. That's what I actually strive with my clients and with my image consulting clients. I always strive to tell them, like, yeah, great, you can see like a little blazer, a little cigarette pants or things like that, that you can actually style them if they actually look good for you, because there's so many things that we end up looking at magazines and everything, well, magazines before obviously, but so many things that you used to see before. I'm like, oh, we like this, we like that, but do they actually look good on you? Do you feel great in them? Are you actually wearing the clothes for you or for somebody else? Those are the little things that I love to talk about. What's the one thing image consultants never say out loud? Well, in my world, when I used to be an image consultant, which I still do occasionally, okay, you would never, in my book, okay, how I was taught, I would never say to somebody, oh, that looks horrible on you, or you can't wear that, or this is terrible. No, I would always say, and I would still do, oh, I think maybe what if we look for different ways to combine this with other stuff? What if we look at your body shape and see if that actually complements your features? I would never say anything negative, because I don't think that's good for the person to listen to that critique. I know a lot of women say that and men, by the way, because I used to work with a lot of men. They used to say that, yes, I love the truth bombs. No, you don't, because you're already getting those truth bombs and those horrible comments from your family, from your spouse, partner, whoever is in your life, and you don't like them. So why would I be doing something like that when you're actually paying me to say horrible things? No, I'm gonna take you the best way possible. And that's what I think image consultants should do, or stylists in the world. They should actually take their clients where they think they're gonna be best and to showcase their personality. So that is the 10 questions that I had.